So, I'm very excited today because I woke up this morning, hours ago, but to do today's Not Depressed, and I have a good idea for it, and I got some feedback uh, for it. But there were messages from right here on YouTube, and I decided to just start it right now. Well, first I took a shower and I got dressed, but to start it right now and to read these, and I really hope for a long time I can work with this policy of replying to every single message that I get in a show. So this isn't exactly an episode of Not Depressed, but it is Not Depressed. And I'm thinking of renaming the show Positive Talismans because that's my name on YouTube, based on how I want these to be positive talismans. And I love that in the messages people are calling me positive talismans. So please let me know when you write in if you think that that's a good idea. So I'm gonna open some messages now, and bear with me because I'm not used to being on the computer and at the same time doing this. Okay. Dear Positive Talismans, these videos are themselves reasons to be depressed. Sincerely, Carl. Well, Carl, thank you so much for your email. It means a lot, or your YouTube message, and my dog Tom. These videos are themselves. Okay. Carl, these videos are supposed to be reasons to not be depressed. I know sometimes when I meander, I talk about how the topics I chose can sometimes not be, available or accessible to all people. But I will work on making these videos more universal and more reasons to not be depressed. Okay, PT, for Positive Talismans. Please split the difference. You are sitting way too close and blinking way too seldom. I feel like you're in the fucking room with me and it's really freaking me out. Also, where'd you get that top in vid number 2? Looks nice and I think I'd rock it too. CC. Okay, well, CC, oh, okay, well, I can work with that. I know that in the last video I was very close because people told me I was too far away, and then the other ones I was sitting back here, but, so I will work with that. I will try to do a halfway. I'll find a way to mark a mark so that I can, and blinking, wait, well, I will try to blink more. You're right, that probably looks unnatural. I feel like you're in the fucking room with me and it's really free. Okay, oh, guys, please don't swear, or put curse words in your messages to me because my policy will be to read them verbatim because I don't want people to think I'm censoring them. So please just I know that I said fuck, and in another video I know that I said some expletive, but yeah, just try to keep it clean because I would like kids to be able to watch the show. I think you mean this, CC, in a nice way, that you feel like I'm in the room with you and it's freaking you out. I feel like you're in the room with me too, my audience, so I know what you mean by that. Sometimes I get so nervous and it's like there's nobody even here. Also, where'd you get the top in vid 2? Oh, okay. Yeah, there was a very colorful top that it was a dress actually, and I don't know. My sister gave it to me as a gift, but she lives in Vermont, so maybe it's someplace. But I think she got it on vacation when she was in Fiji. CC, I will ask my sister, and I will try to find out where she got it, and I'll figure out a way. I will reply to your message from YouTube. And the next one, positive talismans. Do you like music? Katy Perry is a reason not to be depressed. Also, do you like phones? My phone has a Katy Perry ringtone. Jill. This is such a nice. This is a great, Jill. This is a great message, and I'll tell you guys. Do you like music? Yes, of course. And music is a reason to not be depressed. And I now am going to do a whole segment on music. That is such a good idea, Jill. And Katy Perry, I'm not very familiar with her music work, but I will familiarize myself, and maybe someday, maybe I'll do a whole segment on Katy Perry, and that would be fantastic. Also, do you like phones? No, I don't like phones. Phones are always getting people in trouble. In theaters and in class, in like the lecture halls and stuff, and then people, interrupt other people so they can talk on the phone, and sometimes when the phone rings, it's because it might be somebody giving you bad news. So I don't personally care for phones, but today there are so many things, like especially smartphones, that you can use smartphones for, so, which I'm going to talk about in my next video, but I'm glad that you like phones, and maybe, I'll try, and maybe someday I can do a segment on phones as a reason to not be depressed. Maybe I will anyway. My phone has a Katy Perry ringtone. That, Jill, is awesome. Jill, you took two things that you like, phones and Katy Perry and music, three things, and put them all together. And I think that is a great way to just surround yourself with happy things. Ms. Talisman, AIDS, spin that one. Signed, Mr. AIDS. Okay, so I think that that this man, Mr. AIDS, is saying that that I should try to talk about a way that AIDS is a reason to not be depressed, by spinning. Now, Mr. AIDS, I don't think that's probably not his real name, but Mr. A, what I do here isn't really spinning, like taking things that are reasons to be depressed and talking about how there are reasons, and making them into some reason to not be depressed. I take things that are not depressing and talk about how they're not, about how they're not depressing. So I'll try. I'll give it a try. AIDS is tough. Well, I know that when my parents were kids, that a lot more people, I think, died of AIDS. AIDS was a more swift death sentence than it is today. That now there are lots of treatments and drugs available, and I know that that not everyone has access to these treatments and drugs. And I know sometimes the bureaucracy in the medical industry and corporate greed sometimes can keep people from getting the care that they need. But I mean, a lot of the life expectancy of a person with a diagnosis of AIDS is much better these days than it used to be. So I will sign off now with this. It's not an episode of Not Depressed, but I will do an episode in a minute on my idea today. So this is me signing off, and I invite you all to look into the world around you for positive talismans. And I have to go. Okay.